There.
Okay.
Okay, now we're on.
Okay.
And so, why don't you tell me summarize basically what the action that the administration took, the emergency order, is. And
Well, we're still trying to figure that emergency order out ourselves. I mean, it is kind of vague, but essentially what that emergency order does is require more testing of the oil before it is shipped in the tank cars. So our companies have been doing that in the past as part of the process. This just requires more testing.
Do you think it's a significant expense or delay for oil producers?
Well, we just need to understand exactly what it is we're being required to do, and that's not clear in the emergency order. I think the bigger question is what kind of follow-up action could it require, and whether it could require a change in the kind of equipment that oil is being transported in, and that would be a significant issue to oil transportation across the country, not just out of the Williston Basin.
And that's because, as you said, there's this enormous fleet of oil tankers.
Yes, there's 50,000 oil tankers on the rail system alone today, not counting truck transportation. And it would take probably 10 years for our industrial manufacturing to replace that fleet. So it could be a big deal. You just can't turn that fleet around overnight. It's not something you change in 30 days or 24 hours.
Now, when I say testing the oil, your product, I don't quite understand, because if you're not going to start making big changes to the oil tanks, you test them, you know that this product is of a certain volatility, then what? What are the practical changes that the tests would...
Well, if you think about it, we're moving gasoline, we move diesel fuel, we move all kinds of refined products in rail cars and truck tankers, and we move crude oil, and we've been doing that for years. So the testing would lead to what kind of proper tank and proper facilities and packaging that would be required to move that crude oil. So eventually I'm assuming that there'll be additional rules. I know that the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration has been working on rules for several years and hasn't gotten those out. So we need to address, maybe the question is what the fleet looks like, but this is a testing emergency declaration now, and it's very vague. It doesn't really answer a lot of the questions that we have, and I think that the national groups are working on trying to sort that out now.
And the administration would be the one to explain that, or the DOT, but it was done in response because there were a couple of these accidents involving, there was one in North Dakota.
Well, I think that's what the administration's saying. I said, at the same time, we're trying to get pipelines built in this country too, so maybe that'll help both of those issues move forward.
Okay. All right, so it's a little bit up in the air. Anything else you want to add before I shut her off?
No, I think that's good. We're still trying to grasp the meaning of the emergency order. It's very vague. Professionals are looking at it and trying to gauge the impact to the industry. But at the end of the day, we want to be safe. We want to move our product safely, and we need to get that product out of the Williston Basin to market.